What's up, Moto Academy? Daniel Butt here. Hey AJ, question about block passing. How do I do that? And how do I stop people from taking me out of the corner when they're coming up? What's the fundamentals on that? Thanks, guys.
Good question.
That's a really good question.
And Grant's been pushing for this kind of video as of recent. That was Grant's addition to the shot list this week.
That's funny because, that's been on the shot list every day and we haven't done it.
Okay, so first of all, what was the first part of that? How to do it?
Yeah, how to do it.
Okay, this is the most common mistake I see when it comes to block passing, and it happens even at the pro level when people are rookies. I even remember doing this when I was a rookie in Supercross. Is trying to go for the pass when you're just not close enough. Mm-hmm. And then you end up trying to like drive it in, and then you realize 3/4 of the way into your attempt that you're not even close enough to make anything happen, and then you just lose time.
And usually,
or you end up hitting a person when you're like, it doesn't make sense.
Usually when guys know they're not going to get there in time, they still commit to it for some reason and then end up hitting their front wheel like on the dude's motor, and they knife the bars and it slows them down even more. Yeah. I feel like I see that all the time.
And that normally happens when you aren't premeditating it. So it just is kind of like, all right, we're doing it. Mm-hmm. And it's just kind of like the person who commits to a jump last second because they just thought of jumping it like right then and there. And there was no planning ahead of time. So especially now, I mean, if you watch some of the LCQs on TV last year or any of the races that you can kind of get a visual on me, my passes are timed laps ahead of time. Mm-hmm. I kind of find where my strengths are on the track. I find where their weaknesses are on the track. And then I just time it accordingly.
I feel like you end up getting like when you're racing, you have one good spot on the track where like you just seem to be faster than most people. You kind of set it up there.
Yep. That's always going to happen. So recognize where your strengths are on the track. So let's say it's in a rhythm section or a whoop section or a couple of consecutive corners where you feel like, all right, I feel really good here. So anytime in that or after that would be your opportunity because you know you're going to be closing the gap on potentially somebody that's near or around you. And then you have to be right there on the guy. Mm-hmm. Like to make a proper block pass, you have to be coming into the corner next to them. Yeah, basically. Essentially, you can't be 3 bike lengths behind. No. So that's the biggest thing is just being close enough and then thinking about it ahead of time. But beyond that, it's pretty simple. You don't have to make contact. You just have to, once you have a wheel on them on the inside, you kind of can control it. You have to watch out for them doing the check up and cut under. Mm-hmm. So you just have to basically, when I do that, I'm watching them. Yeah, 100%. And I'll go just fast enough or just slow enough to make sure that I'm right there in their way. Because I try not to take it too far. Like there's a lot of situations where you could easily bump them or hit their front tire and try to make them tip over. But I usually try to do it the nice way if I can. Hey guys, before we get back to the video, Moto Academy is doing a world tour in 2024 and we're releasing dates every single week. So head over to themotoacademy.com if you want to train with myself and the Moto Academy. If you didn't see a location near you last time you were on the website, pop over to themotoacademy.com again because like I said, we're posting new dates multiple times a week, every single week, and we're going all over the world. themotoacademy.com. Go check it out. Back to the video.
I've parked some dudes in local races and my strategy is always get as close to them coming into the corner and try and get like the front of my engine, like where the header is kind of into their front wheel. Cause when they cut down, it'll jam their front wheel up. And as long as your front wheel's in front of their whole bike, you won't go down. Yeah,
you don't want your front wheel hitting somebody.
You want that nowhere near them.
If you're going to make contact ever, which there's sometimes where like a little bit of grazing contact is actually appropriate. Yeah. You want your engine area or your back tire to be what's making the contact, not your front tire. No. That's more of a T-bone. That's also going to be way higher risk for you. And that's usually happening again to the people that are just like coming in way too far behind. Yeah. And then to defend, and I'm pretty good at this. Like a good example for defense would be in Supercross when you go into the second corner. Mm-hmm. Going into the second corner in Supercross, it's like, all right, there's 2 ways I do this. One, I go so far inside at an angle that I will graze my foot peg up against the tough block and then kind of aim for the 3/4 mark on the berm. I don't go Cade Clayson 50cc style around the inside, but I will graze my foot peg to close the door on the corner entry.
Yeah.
And then carry my speed up to like the 3/4 mark in the berm.
So
Does that make sense?
you're doing your whole turn in the last 3/4.
Yeah, and then I basically just pivot and go.
And
it's
that-
not fast, but it's a safe bet to play the defense because there's no room for them to get in there.
Yeah, no one can go inside of you because they'd be running over the inside bail.
Yep. Or, and this is a great strategy that I feel like a lot of people don't utilize, in the second corner in Supercross, I will use another rider as my defense. So if somebody's coming into a corner and in the rut, I will go and ride up above them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been countless times where they'll get hit, but they're my safety net. So I'm just up above them.
Yeah.
And that's a good move, because what you don't want to do is have the guy going in that rut and be like, all right, I'm going to go under this guy. Because then you're going to get like Dungy Stew T-bone potentially from the guy that's just flying up the inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably not even trying to take that guy out. He's probably just trying to defend himself also.
And you happen to be there.
Second corners in Supercross, it's like a chess match that happens in 1 second, and you have 22 people playing, and it's just like, okay, what the heck's going to happen?
And it's just a minefield if someone does one thing wrong.
Yeah, I always will just like stand up and ride the very crown molding at the top and just use all the guys under me as defense. Even if it's not fast,
Let
it's
them
safe.
fold in there like dominoes.
Yeah. So yeah, those are my 2 defense strategies. Daniel Youngblood, good question. If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, make sure you go download them on Spotify and Apple Music. If you want to watch full episodes or be a person that sends in your own video submission, go to club.themotoacademy.com and subscribe to join the Moto Academy family today.